Pag-aralan ng wasto, panatiling sariwang hangin.
Paano ba mag-apply ng PCO accreditation sa DENR-EMB? Gamitin natin ang instructional manual na ito sa pag-aaral para malaman kung papaano mag-apply ng renewal application for accreditation sa EMB at gumagamit tayo ng online PCO application system. So ito ang online PCO application system na kailangan meron tayong account at hanapin mo ang application button at i-click mo ang all. Makikita mo ang new application button dyan and pag click mo yan, lalabas ang ganitong tanong. Do you have existing certificate of accreditation? Siyempre, ang sagot natin dahil magre-renew at meron tayong expired na accreditation, click natin yung yes. So, mula dyan, malalaman ng system na ikaw nga ay nag-a-apply ng renewal. So, pagka na-click mo yung yes na yon, ang system, bibigyan ka niyan ng application form. So, ang application form, common ito sa lahat. Ibibigay mo yung region, ibibigay mo yung nature ng iyong business, yung status mo as PCO, employment status, full-time ka ba or iba pa. And then, you need to select the name of the establishment. Kung hindi mo makita ang pangalan ng iyong establishment, ibig sabihin, hindi naka-register ang company mo sa company registration system. So mag-register ka muna sa DENR Company Registration System through client.emb.gov.ph at once approved, once register, mag-a-appear yan dito. So selection lang naman ang ginagawa. At yung establishment category, kung tayo ay category A at category B. Pero di ka na rin malilito dyan dahil kung nagre-renew ka ng accreditation, naka-reflect naman sa iyong existing accreditation kung anong category, A or B. And then, yung iyong current position, sometimes delegate, additional designation na lamang yung PCO, kaya meron ka talagang current position. Maliban na lang kung yun lang talaga ang position mo, PCO. And then, meron tayong ipoprovide na website kung meron, telephone number, and then number of years and a current position. When you select the name of establishment, automatic mag-a-appear ang address sa form. So, you need to check yung address kung correct ba. Dahil kung marami ang mga kapangalan ng iyong establishment, baka iba yung establishment pala na nilagay mo sa form o mag-reflect sa form. Then once na nasagutan mo yung form, may i-upload ka naman ng mga documentary requirements. Yung certificate of accreditation, so since renewal, yung latest accreditation mo. The appointment or designation as PCO, yung ginawa, yung meron kang appointment letter 3 years ago, luma na yon. Ang ilalagay mo dito yung latest. After 3 years, dapat meron ka ulit bagong appointment or designation letter signed by the managing head. Then, the certificate of employment, halos susuporta yan doon sa appointment mo as PCO. Kasi dapat ang PCO ay full-time employee. Full-time employed. And then, notarized affidavit of joint undertaking of the PCO and the managing head. So, itong apat na to, ang mga requirements sa pag-submit ng renewal application. But basically, hindi lang yan ang requirements. When we transact online, ito sa application form, ito lang yung makikita mong hinahanap. But doon sa iyong profile, pagka meron kang account kasi dito sa online application system, meron ditong portion na profile. Basically, yung iyong personal profile, education, work experience, meron pa diyang training, meron din diyang other personal attachment sa profile portion na yan. Other personal attachment kung saan doon mo ina-upload ang iba't iba pang mga documentary requirements na hinihingi ng EMB Memorandum Circular 2020-28. So, diyan yan sa profile. So, doon sa application button, ito lang ang nag-a-appear and then you will be able to submit once na meron na ka ng attachment. So, submit mo lang yung application mo. So, pilapan mo yung application form and then attach mo yung necessary requirement dito sa form and then submit. Submitted na yon. Pero kung walang attachment doon sa profile mo naman, like yung mga proof of compliance of your company to the requirements of major environmental laws, yung mga permits, reports, result, dyan naka-attach yan sa profile, makikita ng evaluator na kulang ang iyong requirements. Maaring kompleto dito, pero doon sa profile, yung ibang documentary requirements hindi mo na-attach doon, i-return sa iyo ang iyong application. So again, when you click submit application, masasubmit yan. Submitted yan sa system and then subject for screening. So makikita mo yan sa application control panel mo. Yung dating empty, magkakaroon dito ng information. So ito yung application ID, kung pang ilan ka, saan mo sinubmit ang application, anong regional office, at meron ng mag-i-evaluate yan. And kung ito ay bagong-bagong submitted application, magkakaroon yan ng status na submitted. Okay? And then, habang ini-screen yung requirements mo, antay ka lang. Once na-check na nila yung iyong mga requirements, yung mga permits, reports, results of monitoring, ang gagawin syempre ng system, bibigyan ka ngayon ng status na evaluated. Pag yung evaluator, sinabi niya, kompleto naman, evaluated na ang magiging status ng iyong application mula doon sa submitted. Malaking bagay na merong status na submitted kasi ibig sabihin may proof of application. Malaking bagay na meron kang status na evaluated kasi ibig sabihin kumpleto na ang iyong requirements at pwede ka na ngayong bigyan ng order of payment. So yung case handler mo, pwede ka ng mabigyan ng order of payment. Although di naman yan manually binibigay, mag-a-appear automatic yung order of payment sa system. You can download the order of payment showing kung magkano ang babayaran mo. Siyempre, 500 pesos. So you just check on the application details and then makikita mo tong order of payment sa katabi niya. So anyway, nasa loob lang yan naman ng system. Di ka naman maliligaw dyan. Makikita at makikita mo yung order of payment. So, once ang status ay evaluated, magiging available ang order of payment. Yon. So, sa ating order of payment, download mo lang yon at pwede ka na magbayad sa Land Bank Linkbase portal. So, maganda ngayon dahil meron ng online payment. Hindi gaya dati na pupunta ka mismo sa cashier. So, sa Land Bank of the Philippines, Linkbase portal. So, online pa din. So, the payment yung payment for the application fee amounting to 500 pesos through Land Bank Linkbase portal. Yeah. So you need the order of payment kasi may mga information. When you click print order of payment, parang i-appear sa'yo yung order of payment, not necessarily ipiprint mo talaga hard copy. You can just parang download at mag-appear dyan sa computer mo and then you transact with Linkbase portal. Well, kung di ka maka-transact through lang bank Linkbase portal, siguro kailangan mo talagang i-print at pumunta ka sa cashier ng EMB Regional Office. So once paid, assuming na bayad ka na, kailangan ibigay mo sa EMB Regional Office yung copy ng electronic receipt of payment. And you can make comments na paid na and then click submit to evaluator. Ibig sabihin, ni-return mo sa kanila. Hindi nila alam na bayad ka na hanggat di mo yan maklik yung submit to evaluator. So, napakahalaga ng maklik yung submit to evaluator kasi parang na-update mo yung application. At do not forget na mai-attach mo yung um, copy ng iyong electronic receipt of payment. Hindi pwedeng nagbayad ka lang. Kailangan mo i-attach yung kanina na basic requirements mo, madadagdagan ng official receipt button at pwede mong i-upload dyan yung PDF, electronic receipt of payment, proof of payment. And then, click mo po itong update application. So, mag-a-appear ngayon sa system, sa account mo yung updated application na bayad ka na. You need to click submit to evaluator para ma-inform din nga ang evaluator mo na nakabayad ka na. Comments mo, kumbaga, mag-a-appear sa kanya. Okay? Yung in-update mo yung application mo, dahil nag-attach ka ng importanteng dokumento sa account mo. Pero paano malalaman na na-update mo yung application, bayad ka na, you need to use this submit to evaluator button. So, click mo yan. And make sure may comment ka dito like paid application fees or attached application official receipt of payment, ganyan. Basta you need to submit to evaluator. Well, kung nanonood ka ng video na to, makikita mo dyan sa iyong personal account din. Just look for submit to evaluator. So, kapag na-update mo yung application, magiging ano syempre, updated yung application mo, and that's the time na i-submit mo yung to evaluator. So, first, attach your electronic receipt of payment, saka mo i-click yung submit to evaluator. Comment ka, paid application fee. So, kapag na-click mo yung submit to evaluator, malalaman yun ng ah, case handler. Malalaman ng EMB, Regional Office, case handler na bayad na kasi nasubmit mo na sa kanya. Mafo-forward ngayon ulit sa evaluator. So habang hindi mo yon sinasubmit to evaluator, hindi yan nakikita ng evaluator o case handler. Nasa yung side, kumbaga. Of course, makikita na may ongoing application ka, pero hindi niya ma-evaluate ulit kung bayad ka na, kung updated na application. Kasi di mo sinasubmit sa evaluator. So kapag submitted to evaluator, yung status naman, di naman yun magbabago hanggat hindi na-i-screen ulit yung requirements. Ganun pa din naman yung status, evaluated pa rin. Pero, pagka nakita lang, bayad na, kompleto na nga yung requirements, pwede na ngayon yan i-forward sa mga concerned person for approval, for recommending approval sa regional director for signature, for approval. So once approved, edi makikita mo na yung status approved. So take note, yung case handler ay para dyan sa iyong application. Once na nakapagbayad ka na, dadaan pa yan sa ibang tao hanggang sa makarating sa regional director. Yun yung may final approval. So yung evaluated, maaring umabot pa sa status na for recommending approval, tapos for approval, and then approve. O ganon. Di siya yung evaluated, automatic sunod na approve. Meron siyempre yung dadaanan pa. Ngayon, once approve ang status, pwede mo ngayong ma-download ang copy ng iyong certificate of accreditation. Just click the action button and then click print. So, ganyan lang naman yung um, step on how to access the approved certificate of accreditation. Minsan, magtatanong pa kung ipapadala ba sa email. Hindi na. Ito na nga yung online application system. At once ang status ay approved, all you have to do is click action and then lalabas tong print button. When you click print, mag-a-appear sa iyong screen ang iyong certificate of accreditation. So, saan tong portion lagi makikita? Doon sa application button. Wala namang iba. Once you click application, mag-a-appear itong window na ito. So, nandyan siya. Hindi ka mawawala. Ilan lang naman buttons ang nandoon sa account mo eh. Meron kang home, meron kang profile, and then application. When you click all, yung ganito ang lalabas niya. Yan. Bakanting-bakante. So, ganun din, when you want to access the approved accreditation, just go to application, then all, yun na makikita mo, yung mga detalyeng yun na meron ng approved accreditation. Okay? So, once approved na yung accreditation mo, edi totoong ano ka na, accredited PCO ka na, and you must perform your duties and responsibilities. Sabi sa DAO 2014-02, nakasulat sa Section 8, let me read. Section 8, accreditation of PCOs. Dito tayo sa baba, sa item number 2. The regional director shall act on the application for accreditation of the appointed or designated PCO within 15 calendar days from receipt of the application. For approved applications, the regional director or RD shall issue the certificate of accreditation containing, among others, the responsibilities and accountabilities of the PCO and the managing head of establishments. So mapapansin mo, maliban sa certificate of accreditation, may next page pa yan, yung duties and responsibilities ng PCO. Parang paalala sa'yo na binibigyan ka na rin ng task ng regional director bilang accredited PCO na iyong company. So, ang iyong pagiging PCO ay hindi lang for the company but PCO as partner ng EMB. At binibigyan ka nga ng responsibility and accountability ng regional director through that certificate of accreditation. Like the duties and responsibilities in section 10, yun yung mga naka-attached doon. So let's say ang first page mo ay yung certificate of accreditation, ang second, third page mo, yung duties and responsibilities na yan, yung item number 1 hanggang 21. So, ganun lang naman yung second or and third page. So, if you have 3-page official document, yung Certificate of Accreditation and the duties and responsibilities of the PCO. Yun lang yung ang laman nun. Wala namang iba. And remember, once accredited, you are now duty bound to perform your duties and responsibilities entrusted to you by the company and the EMB. Ang favorite ko sa mga duties and responsibilities ng PCO, itong una, number 1, together with the managing head, ensure compliance with the requirements of major environmental laws. Number 3, attend to all permitting and registration requirements of the establishment before the construction, installation, or operation of pollution sources and control facilities. At yung pang 13, promptly submit CMRs and SMRs. Ito yung compliance monitoring report and self-monitoring report. Duly accomplished and signed by the PCOs, approved and certified correct by the managing head and notarized. So, yan lamang yung tatlong favorite ko dyan. 21 yan. And sabi dito, panghuli, the PCO and the managing head shall be held jointly and severely liable for any violation of PD 1586, RA 6969, RA 8749, RA 9003, RA 9275, their respective IRRs, and other pertinent rules and regulations committed by the establishment. So in short, kailangan mo nang gampanan ang iyong pagiging PCO kasi meron ka ng liability. Once accredited, meron ka ng responsibilities and accountabilities. So that's how we renew our PCO accreditation through online PCO application system. So I hope you have learned something today. And if you have question, just type it below. Thank you very much for time listening. At kung meron ka pang gustong mga videos na mapanood, just type it, comment it sa ating comment section. Thank you very much for time listening and God bless us all.